You're back in, Jim.
Yeah. PND. You believe that, really?
I almost did, by the way. So something funny happened before we came on air. But well, you're welcome back to Prime Morning. My name is Asiya Dua Akubia, and I'm here with Kim.
Yep, and it's time for us to talk about our health. Yes, this is very, very important because we think about you and always want to ensure that those conversations that will bring to you will be able to make a change in your lifestyle, in your healthy, living conditions, or whatever it is that you're going through. So usually it's important for you to pay attention anytime we bring up this conversation, especially, because we're living certain lifestyles that are not really helping us as people.
Yeah, and to also find out that most of the times, or majority of the times, when you're diagnosed with a certain disease, there's the need for you to incorporate dieting into your lifestyle. And so we'll be focusing on that. Therapeutic use of food and diet. That's our focus for this morning. And it is called Dietotherapy. I know quite a number of you never heard it before. I had never heard of it before until I had to read on it for this conversation. And so let's get ready to learn a lot about dietotherapy. And our guests are ready.
Yeah. And before Asiya introduces our guest, don't forget that we've been speaking about non-communicable diseases for the past, the whole of last month.
Yes.
We did that. And we spoke about many of them, from the cancers to the diabetes to all of those, obesity and all that, in certain situations like that, you want to be able to use food, to also ensure that your recovery process or whatever it is that you're hoping to achieve, you're able to achieve it. So whilst you're doing the medication, sometimes you even need just the food to actually put you on a certain, level before you add the medications to it and all of that. So we're looking at it from that, point of view. For those of you who have followed the conversation of the MCs,
from the whole of June.
Yes. Just so you're able to understand where we're coming from. Anyway.
Yeah, because it's too broad, so we are taking them one after the other. Anyway, so like Kim just said, our guests are seated, and so that's where we urge you to kindly get interactive with us on all our social media platforms. And we urge you also to hit the share button because we're about to educate you on dieting, okay? So please hit the share button, share to a loved one who would need this particular conversation. And so I guess Comfort Hansen, who is a mother with child living with hypertension. Good morning, Comfort.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm blessed.
And how's your child doing?
She's doing very well.
She's awesome.
Yes.
She's what, 20 years,
21.
Right?
She's 21 just this, I think, 18th of June.
Oh, okay, 21.
Yes.
Still
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Okay, so we'll delve into that a little soon. And then we also have Dr. Morris Mensah, KMD, ND. So, naturopathic doctor. So I asked what the ND was, and he said naturopathic doctor. Doc, you would have to explain that to us because naturopathic doctor,
that's right,
founder and president for Sankofa Health Movement. Doc, naturopathic doctor, what is that?
Okay, thank you very much, and a very good morning to your viewers. Naturopathy entails approaching treatment options from a natural angle, a natural perspective.
Okay.
And so you use many dietotherapeutic approaches and physiotherapy, heliotherapy, geotherapy, phytotherapy, so many therapies.
Wow.
But then from the natural perspective. But then you would certainly be diagnosed through the normal diagnostic processes from our various allopathic points of view. Once we establish the condition, then we take it by the natural angle. So that is naturopathy.
Okay, all right. Very interesting. So like MJ said earlier, we started a conversation on delving into non-communicable diseases where we started dealing with them one after the other. We did diabetes, we did obesity, we did stroke. And so today, I did say that some diseases require you go into dieting, require you make adjustments to your food intake, you adapt to a certain kind of lifestyle. So I want you to let us know what diseases that could require you do that, and then we'll come to explaining what dietotherapy really is.
Okay. Thank you very much. I must commend you guys. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so
We hardly get there, so
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, thank you.
So non-communicable diseases are actually lifestyle diseases. There are certain ailments or diseases I see people suffer from, and I can barely say that it's because of the lack of knowledge in the system. We don't really understand what such diseases are.
Okay.
And there are many misinformation in the system because people really want to sell what they have. Some are into some medicines and stuff, and they really want to sell out things just to amass wealth.
Yeah.
And so the misinformation are a lot. These lifestyle diseases are easily treatable with diet.
Oh.
Many of them, you wouldn't even have to be on any medication.
Really?
Yes, because a disease never comes without a cause. If this is well established, then I believe people wouldn't be suffering as they are doing. If you understood that this that you are eating or ingesting into the system will give you A, B, C disorders, you will never engage in eating them. I wouldn't even have to talk about gratifying appetites. You know, those who indulge in or who pervert in appetite, they also have their weaknesses and stuff. But this is a situation where the system is built and programmed in such a manner that people are convinced and manipulated to eat certain things that are not even real foods. But it's because we want to industrialize everything we eat.
Yeah.
And to make money out of them. We bring sicknesses into the lives of our dear ones. And so I can mention a lot of things, many of the things in the system that we have accepted, that are advertised all around, but are not good for us.
You might be thinking you are dieting or you are eating healthy, but you are killing yourself.
Exactly, because you are misinformed by the various advertisements, you know, some are manipulative publishings and all those. But if we want to be honest with ourselves, if we claim that we have the rightful information regarding diet, why are we now suffering than when we think we lacked such information? I don't know whether my point is clear.
yeah.
Yeah.
During those times when we didn't have the kidney issues, the cancer issues, the diabetes, hypertension, all these are lifestyle diseases, the heart diseases. Young men come to me, they are unable to erect. What is the problem? You know, you see them early in the morning with so-called energy drinks. And we know it's killing. You go to some of these factories and you'll be amazed what they are using for such productions. But you will be in danger to talk about them. Is that what we want? To see our youth dying whilst people make money out of that? It's unfortunate, every 10 people, 10 adults. Today, do I even say adult? I have many below 30 years who are hypertensive. It shouldn't have been so. Years ago, you will have to be around 60, 50, 60, 70 before, you know, you experience some of these things. What is the meaning of hypertension? What is the exact meaning of diabetes? And we are told we don't know what contributes to these things. No, it's a complete lie. There are many researches that have been conducted from practical and theoretical academic point of view, given one focal point, that our lifestyle matters. But we disregard because we want to sell medicines.
Wow, interesting. Maybe we'll get into the dietary and then we'll come to Mrs. Comfort to ask a few questions about, you know, what her situation also looks like. So when you say dietotherapy, I mean, what in clear terms, what are we referring to?
Okay, thank you very much. we as human beings, I'm a Christian, so I believe we were created. The very materials and elements God used or employed in creating us, He wanted to sustain us as human beings. And so He made the air for breathing. So we have aerotherapy.
Okay.
He made water for us to drink because He knows exactly the things He came together with in coming up with this beautiful human stature. And then He says, we will need water to drink. He's the same person who has said we need to eat. He could have made us without not eating or feeling to eat, like robots. But He said no. The very elements He used from the soil in making us, we need them in order to sustain our lives. That is why every quality food must be grown from the soil. And so if you live on the rightful sources of food, Hippocrates once said that let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. And then if you do not take your medicine as food, then later on in your life, you have to take food as medicine. Or if you do not take your food as medicine, later on in life, you have to take your medicine as food.
Yeah.
That is why today you see people, the varieties of medicines they are supposed to combine together a day and take, it's dangerous. All these are harmful. And so dietotherapy basically means you are going the very natural way you are supposed to go in terms of eating. And so dietotherapy is about just eating right, and then whether you are ill or not, you just have to eat right. And so when disorder means something is not going on well, you are supposed to live in an orderly manner. The heart, the brain, whatever organ in the system is supposed to function in an orderly manner. If anything flouts its orderliness, it becomes a disorder. That is disease. Yeah. So before a disease comes, it means something has gone wrong in the system.
It just didn't happen.
Yes. And so for you to realign and get that in check and in shape, you have to ask yourself, what actually caused this?
Yeah.
I want to use hypertension as an example for us. Hypertension means your heart is finding it difficult to push out the blood into the various blood vessels. The distributive work that is supposed to carry out, it's finding it difficult to do that. Why is it finding it difficult? Because plaques are being formed on the walls of our blood vessels, our arteries and veins. What caused the plaques? Fats, hydrogenated oils, lack of exercise. All these are there. And so if we want to tell people that, okay, diet can help you in treating a particular condition or even your own lifestyle, then you talk about the oil the person is taking. And we have many hydrogenated oils on the market.
Yeah.
My father, Prof. Akusa, have been talking about this for how long now? Ghanaians are not listening. We want to go in for canola oil, for soya bean oil. How do you derive oil from beans, a leguminous plant?
Doc, hold on. We'll force them to do the right thing. Don't worry. We'll get there. But, Mrs. Comfort, you have a story.
Yes.
Your daughter,
Yes.
hypertensive. In treating her, you ended up having to treat stroke as well.
No.
That is for the father.
That's for the father, basically.
She had a kidney issue.
Okay, she had a kidney issue.
Yeah.
And then whilst you were treating her, another situation also comes in again. So you've been there, you've seen all this. We'll talk about what, dieting contributed to it. But let's hear a bit about your story. How did it all come out?
I think when she started menstruating, she was having this severe menstrual pain, as in most of the young ladies.
A lot of people go through that, yeah.
So as a parent, she's in school. So we started with medication.
What age was that, by the way?
I think she was, the pain started while she was in GHS.
Okay.
So through that, we started giving her the painkillers because most of the time she's not at home. So we try most of the local herbs, but because she's not at home, especially during the secondary school, you cannot be sending medicines. So anytime she calls, Mommy, I'm in pain, I'll just tell them, please find a painkiller and give her. When she needs to go write exams, she's in pain, just push the painkillers. Because it's so severe that she has to be admitted at the school clinic most of the time. So I felt, just give her the pain so that she will go on with academics. So gradually, one time we were there when they called that the BP was so high, they are trying to control, it's not coming down, so come and take your daughter home. We brought her home, the dad and myself, we ran around the hospitals, and it kept increasing. We did all the necessary tests. They even did the kidney. Yet, so later on, to cut a long story short, a doctor came in from her school, and the doctor said, no, at her age, she shouldn't be having that high BP. And she was put on medication, actually. So she was taking the BP medicine. But at a point in time, it was just going up. So the doctor said, no, let's test for the kidney. They have 2 ways of testing it. They had done the first one. Let's go the other way. They did. Lo and behold, she had kidney, and she has deteriorated so much.
Okay, so the kidneys were not functioning well. So the doctor was not sure whether the kidney was giving the high BP or the high BP was causing the kidney. But I knew from that point that it was the medicines that
she's been
taking
over the period that she was going through.
JHS up to university, she's been taking the painkillers. So that might have caused the BP, the kidneys, and then the BP also then setting.
Wow.
Yes.
So how long with this period? So how long did it take?
For the pain, I think it's been 8 years when she's
8 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, she was in JHS. She's in university now. So 8, 9 years that she started having the pain. So gradually we started giving the medication. But as the pain was increasing, you try all other means, though. But the end point is to give her the painkiller so that she can write her exam.
It can be okay, yeah.
It's so severe that you don't know what.
So were the painkillers working at that time? Because sometimes you take some painkillers, they don't work.
It works to a point. It doesn't work, so we have to change. To another.
Wow.
Yes.
So you were using different painkillers. So there's no way you could have been able to tell that, this particular painkiller was what has contributed greatly.
Because there were different.
They're
trying at every
As for paracetamol, don't go there, it won't work.
So then it had to be increased to a different one that seemed effective.
Yes. So you did mention that the doctor was trying to figure out what had caused what or what had led to what.
Yes.
But you knew that over time, taking the painkillers had contributed. You were afraid that could have been it. Did you tell the doctor, and did he agree with you?
Yes, they knew. I told them everything.
Okay.
Yes, I told them because she has menstrual pain.
Yes.
She takes a lot of the painkillers.
Right.
Yeah, so the doctors, they even handed over to a neurosurgeon. He also did what he could, gave her some medication. So eventually, they prescribed the BP medicine for her to be on so that we manage it. So it was later on when she went back to school that the school doctor said, no, she's so young to be experiencing this. I think we should do further tests. Have you done the kidney? I said, we did it, but they didn't see anything. I said, no, there's another way we have to do it. It's not only the machine. You have to take blood sample to do. And we did it. I was home when the doctor called that your daughter has deteriorated so bad. So what can I do? Then he came in.
Oh, okay.
So you also mentioned that at the time you were trying some herbal way.
Yes.
Were those ones helping?
Not actually, because we were not consistent with it.
Okay.
You start for a few weeks and then she goes back to school.
Okay.
So,
you are not too
a
sure
young
whether
girl, she's not ready to take them. You leave her in the house. Can you take this and this at this time? You come and she's just there. So it was not working for her.
I actually heard that the orthodox and unorthodox ways of healing yourself or trying to bring down pain, when you mix it in your body, it actually doesn't help. Doc, is that true?
Yeah, that's right.
So you can't be taking abrofo pills and then be doing traditional medicine to doing herbs and all of that, hoping that something could be done. You'll be confusing your body.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting.
Look, at what point did you get involved?
Okay, I think I also heard about him on radio.
Okay.
So he became a friend. We've been chatting. So when I got the results, I said, okay, let me call Dr. Morrison. So I sent it to him. I said, Doc. And he said, it's down though, but yeah, maybe yeah. Oh. I said, okay. So I was down. So he had to encourage me. And he said, oh, people have come with worse cases. And by the grace of God, through whatever method that we have to use, she will be well. And to the glory of God, she's better. Much, much, much better. So we started the process, and he said, from today, you stop everything called meat. No meat, no milk, no sugar, no... I said, wow. And she herself, my daughter, saw that it wasn't good for her, the stage that she was. But she started complaining that, Mommy, of late, I've been urinating too fast, which is not good. And I got scared. So when he said it and I told her, she said, Mommy, I will do anything to get well. And he can testify to that. He always says, your daughter is one of the best patients.
Very cooperative.
Yes, she did everything. So we went back to honey, no more, so coconuts, and then mushrooms. So you come and meet her eating banku with mushroom, and are you okay? So, Mommy, I have to eat. I have to tune my mind that I need healing. And she did.
So instead of enjoying the meat and the procontrera and all of that. No.
So I'm curious, right?
Yes.
Did you, as a parent, think that you did something wrong from the beginning in terms of her lifestyle, eating, that contributed to that stage where she got to?
I would say yes. I would take it from the medicinal aspect.
Okay.
Yes. For food, I know it's okay, but when her case came in, we had to stop these Maggi things and everything in the house. I've told them. So I don't remember the last time I took Maggi. No.
You took artificial spice.
Artificial spices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I prefer grinding the seeds myself, sieving them for my soups. Yeah.
The natural spices.
Yeah. So, and then he also asked her to do some green juices. He gives us maybe 10 leaves, take 4 or 5. You can take dandelion, you can take the pear leaves, you can take the mango leaves, you can take the that bitter leaf. A lot of them, you take 4 or 5, and then you blend them together. So at times I feel like, I don't want to take this. I wish I'm not.
Yeah, because my mouth even tastes sour already.
But she had to take it.
Wow.
Yes. This morning, I even took contomere, blended contomere and dandelion and mango and the other one is pear leaves.
You blended contomere, dandelion,
I'm telling you.
pear leaves,
yes,
and you've drunk it?
Yes.
Wow.
The road to recovery.
You know.
Doc, the same question I asked her. When you took over, did you establish that it was the medications that greatly contributed to her condition, or there was a certain lifestyle she was living at the early stages, or she was given the privilege to be doing, eating certain things that got to where she got to?
Okay, thank you. Upon talking to them, trying to understand them, the historical journey of the whole thing, I realized that it was the dysmenorrhea, the menstrual pain, that led to her taking much of the painkillers.
Okay.
The painkillers contributed to the renal failure. It was almost a failure, but, it wasn't up to that end, So renal means kidney. Yeah, so it was the pain medication that led to that. And then it also brought the BP up. So it was basically, I could say that the dysmenorrhea, the genesis of the menstrual pains was where we needed to also look at. Probably she wasn't taking the rightful foods to help her menstruation. You know, if you are young and you take junk foods at your puberty age, into your adolescence, into menstruational cycle, if you get to that area, you know, you need to be particular about the food you eat. But we normally depend on certain information and all this. And I've been talking about information all this while. It's very important. And so they tell them, oh, they said, this is good for you, eat this, eat that, and...
but dog, junk food need menstrual pains there. What's the connection?
Oh, no. A strong one.
Yeah?
Lots of ladies have been taken care of. If you want many of them, they will come here.
Really?
They cannot go here.
But
sometimes even when you take it, you react to it.
For real?
You can just chew only beetroot. When you're going through serious menstrual pains, beetroot. And sometimes it gives you that a little calming effect. Why is your blood not flowing? You need to ask yourself that. I've been treating PCOS, polycystic ovaries. I've been treating fibroids. So we know the connection between what you eat and then every part of your body, including your uterus, your reproductive system. And so there are foods, when eating much will certainly affect your cycle. It will bring about the dysmenorrhea, the menstrual pains. Switching off from certain foods and then getting on some good foods will really help you flow very well. Yeah, that you get many people to talk about that from my end.
I see.
I actually have so many.
The connection.
So many. Yeah.
The food you eat connects to every part of your body. Anything at all. Your skin, from your skin, your hair, every part of your body.
And they can make it better or make it worse, depending on what you're putting in there.
Exactly. And so we can also say that many of our young ladies experiencing these menstrual pains as a result of their diet. And so we need to look at that.
So there's nothing natural about menstrual pains, if that's what you're saying?
It wasn't there.
Oh.
It wasn't there. It started coming from somewhere. So if even you have a history of that in your family line, if you still change your diet, it's a lifestyle disease. Once you change your diet, I mean, you are...
There would be a change.
Yes, because there are many people who have said, oh, in my family we have hypertension, so I know certainly I will get it. It is not true. You are not born with hypertension. You are not born with it. It is just that how your mother was eating and developed the hypertension, that is how she's bringing you up. That's why you've been fed with. So your mother feeds you the very food she ate in developing the hypertension. So suddenly you also get it.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't mean you were born with it.
No. You will never be born with any lifestyle disease, including cancers and all those, diabetes. Yes. You just have to do something differently.
This statement you're making is actually... I would say to some extent, could shake tables. Doc, do you understand what I'm trying to say? The angle why it could shake tables, for real. Because, you know, there are quite a number of NCDs that we are aware that some of our doctors have mentioned that history.
It's a misinformation. In my practice, it is not happening. People come, they say that that's a lie.
Oh, wow.
It's because you are brought up and you are fed just like your family has been going. You know, you develop your lifestyle based on how you are brought up, why you came to meet. So they have been eating late, and you were born into that family and you think you eat differently. You'll be fed late. But you 8 o'clock p.m., 9 p.m., you'll be eating banku and fufu.
So an example of you have a mother who died of diabetes. And so doctors would tell you that if you had a mother who died of diabetes, the probability of you being diabetic is quite high. So you need to be quite careful. So that has nothing to do with blood. That has nothing to do with genes.
Never. What makes it probable is when you go the very way your mother went.
Oh.
This world is about the law of cause and effect works within every jurisdiction. If you eat this, you get that. If you eat this, you get that. And so you don't just eat anything. You either eat to give you health or to give you disease. If you know this, you are through. And so your mom has been on a certain dietary lifestyle that is always keeping the blood pressure high. If you go on that same tangent, my dear, you don't have a different body. You also be hypertensive.
Because I get a little bit scared, you know. When
it's a lifestyle disease.
My mom had diabetes, so
don't be scared.
My lifestyle.
So it got you scared?
My exercise and what I eat, I'm extremely careful.
That's all.
Yeah.
You know, if I had not probably done that, and I was doing just the way she probably did, and I get it, I would also say, oh, I inherited it from my mom.
Exactly.
Never say that. What of those who developed a disease the first time in their family?
Yeah, okay.
So the mother, the dad, cousins, from the family down, you would see that they had no diabetes. So there had been a first time someone first developed diabetes in a family.
Yes.
Where did that person get it from?
Right.
A very far wild ancestor? I don't think so.
Mrs. Comfort.
Yes, sir.
How scared were you during the period when, because you may have been new to you, my young daughter, what is this, where is this coming from? What was your state of mind at the time, dealing with it?
It wasn't easy. My fear was that I could lose my daughter. So at times, when I look at her, I have to call him at times and I'm crying. Say, are you sure she'll be healed? He just encouraged me that it's be well. And let me chip in, as he was saying, if you have it in your family. Because I remember one time he went to a hospital and then they asked, do you have hypertension in your family?
Yeah.
And I said, I have it, but when I grew up before I had it, but how come a young girl? So as he said, so they were going to think because you had it.
Yeah.
But it was the cause,
the lifestyle
was different.
It was different.
Medications and all contributing to it.
Yes.
That's right.
So, but by the grace of God, now she healed. No BP. I don't remember the last time that she checked.
Really?
Her BP. But when
Completely?
when she comes home, we make sure we check the kidney before, when she's going back to school, we check it again. That's what we are doing.
Earlier, you did mention that after they checked and realized that she was hypertensive, they started giving her medicine to control that.
Yes.
So at what point did doc come in and with the remedies that he was giving you? Because here he was, he mentioned earlier that when you are mixing these natural remedies and these, taking all these pills and then all that, it could be quite confusing for your body. So how did it all go?
After the medication, he went back to school.
Okay.
So it was at school that the doctor was insisting she's too young to have BP.
Yes.
So let's do further check.
Okay.
So I told him he should go ahead and do whatever he needed to do. So the results came.
Yeah.
Because the kidney that we did in Accra, we didn't get to know the stage of the kidney. So he said I should send a report. He went through.
That's when you did the blood one.
Okay, so let's do it this way. So that is the one that brought the actual stage of the kidney.
Right.
Then I sent the results to him.
Oh, so you had already been in contact with him?
He's a friend, so we talk.
Oh,
so
okay.
I used to discuss with him.
Oh,
but as I said, at times he will prescribe something, but because she's not in the house.
In the house, yeah, it's
we are not consistent doing it.
Okay.
And as a young girl, we tell her, when you go buy coconut oil, she won't buy. She will buy the others. Don't put in this. She's eating. She wants to eat. So you actually don't have control over what she eats.
Yeah.
But when the results came, and she herself saw where she was, and she started feeling weak at times, the symptoms, she got scared herself.
Right.
So when doctor came in, she had to stop everything. She loved to eat eggs. Say, don't take egg. This, don't take milk.
Wow.
But she did so well. She did so well.
She was still in school?
Yes. Anytime she comes home, she continues it.
So how was she coping then? Because eating school food and then all that.
No, she's not in university.
Okay, so she was done.
Yeah, she started the therapy while she was in university.
Okay.
Yes.
So that makes sense now.
Yeah. So she's able to cook herself.
Doc, so you had to deal with she being hypertensive and the renal issue as well.
Yeah.
What exactly were you doing?
Right. So it was. I've been treating most of these cases, and hers wasn't that of a big issue.
There are even worse ones that you have.
Yes. People come and their EGFR, the strength of your kidney. Some do come and the strength will be around 10, 12. By God's grace, sometimes they get better. If only you are not placed on dialysis. Even those who are placed on dialysis at the early stages, if they get in touch, by God's grace, sometimes most of them are able to go off the dialysis and they recover fully.
What's the normal strength?
It should be 90 and over.
Oh,
yes. But her daughter came down way towards 40. Yeah, but people come around 15. And all those, by God's grace, we are able to manage it until the kidneys gain that kind of recovery again. And so we took many approaches. So we have the green juice therapy that she mentioned. We have a problem in the country. Sometimes I hear people promoting certain theories. I become a bit worried, because the number of people listening to this and would accept it and want to live by that, I become worried. 50 years ago, when you take an orange, just 50 years ago, the amount or the value of vitamin A that you shall derive from that, if you want same today, you would have to take 8 to 12 oranges.
A lot has changed.
What?
And so we are losing nutrients gradually in the system. So we have nutrient deficiency problem. It's a mass health issue today, but we are not talking about it. And I am wondering why. We are eating, but we are not feeding the body with the necessary and needful nutrients it needs. We are only eating food-like substances that are not feeding the body with the needful nutrients. The food needs to have connection with the soil. In fact, I don't know how to put it, but the food is actually processing the nutrients you should have taken raw from the soil. So it's taking a different conduit to change the facets of the nutrient for your body to be able to assimilate the nutrient, to have that within, to accept it. Sometimes you have to enter certain codes to get some results on the computer. That's exactly what it is. And so the food will have to give you the nutrients that you need by you eating them rightly. And so we change your diet. One of the most important aspects is the avoidable stage. There are many things you have to avoid because you have been made to believe that will contribute to good health. Meanwhile, it's a complete lie. If you don't stop eating them, you continue harming yourself. Every little food that you ingest either harms you or gives you good strength. The food you're eating, they make up your blood. If you want to have good blood, it's not from your family. You can change it by your diet. If you want to have healthy arteries and blood vessels, if you want to have healthy hearts, it wouldn't come by chance. You have to work towards it. It's just like marriage. If you want to sustain your marriage, you work at it. Just like relationships, you work at it. You don't sit down by chance and then you think you will be healthy. No. You need to exercise. You need to sleep well. You need to develop that kind of free mentality. Stop the gossiping and the jealousy and the envy and stuff. Be free. Let your soul be free. Let your mind, let your heart be free. We try now, we go in for a cluster of problems. We bring them upon ourselves. There are petty issues. You need not to attach your emotions to them. All these are part of the healing process. You need to go through them. We counsel you, talk to you, bring you to the level where you understand exactly what life is, so you can live freely and do whatever you are supposed to do in terms of your diet. So besides the green juicing, you avoid certain things, and then you are to eat certain things.
Like this one.
Like this.
Let's have a little bit of
milk.
demonstration. Okay.
A natural milk. This is made of tiger nuts, coconuts, and date. I decided to bring this because of the milk we have been promoting on the media space, or within the media space. So our children believe that they need to go in for such canned milk and stuff. Meanwhile, those are not natural. It has not been helping. So people want alternatives. God has already given us these types of things. So
this is what the tiger nuts?
Tiger nuts, dates, and coconut.
What's dates? Dates is what?
Dates. Oh, it's brownish.
Kind of sweet.
And
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what again?
Natural. Only these three things.
So you blend them?
You blend them and you strain, you are done.
You don't
there
add
are many
anything.
more. You don't add anything. There are many more recipes I do give my clients. So they were taught some of these things.
And this is supposed to heal certain type of conditions, or it's a general thing?
It's a general thing. You know, foremost, you be given the general outline of lifestyle, how to live and how to eat. You know, there are many things I do not eat. Why do I go spend money, school myself, and research and know that these things wouldn't give me good health and I still continue to eat them because I cannot control my appetite? I don't want to do that. People come to me with their issues. I've been treating cancers, serious issues. So with the lifestyle like the BP and the diabetes and stuff, I don't worry myself about them.
Yeah.
Those are simple things. There are huge issues that come to us that by God's grace, we succeed in treating them. It's by understanding and perceiving that, okay, I want to control my appetite and to eat right. If you want to follow what your tongue calls for, what your appetite desires for, I mean, you will not eat right.
I was actually thinking about that. But I heard...
Dog, are you drinking this already?
Yes, of course.
Dog. So I heard tiger nut milk and dates actually helps men specifically.
They do say that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Because of the arginine. Because of the nutrient arginine.
And I go for it. They say it helps that. You have to shake it.
Yeah, shake it very well. And then it's...
Yeah, man.
So you can taste it.
So dog, it means that I can be blending, what do you call this one? The tiger nut.
Yeah, there are many things that probably some other time we can be teaching practically over here.
Okay.
I want to get prepared for that. We
would be glad to have you.
Make time. This one is for men, so we'll make time for you.
It's chilled. Ooh.
Relax, it's for men.
It's for men. It's hard to tell. He said it's general. It's general.
In fact, for breast milk production.
Breast milk production?
Yes, for hormonal balancing.
Oh.
So female, you need, not only.
Hey.
Oh, like
you just taste it. So natural.
It's nice.
Nice.
No, this tastes better than the milk they sell around.
Okay. Sharing is caring.
But you need to call some of your colleagues to come and
Which people? They are not here with us, please.
Okay, so I'm about to taste mine.
But
it's really nice.
Yeah, it is.
And you
surprisingly.
No, this is one of them, you know.
Oh,
one of them, just one of them. If you have carrot and sesame seed, and I teach you how to make carrot and sesame seed milk.
Wow.
Your daughter, your son, they will never take any.
So can you do it and put it in the fridge?
Yes, just freeze them, that's all.
So I remember that the previous doctors that we've had in the previous weeks, when we started the conversation on NCDs, they mentioned that with the kids, for instance, what you start with them from infancy is what they get used to.
That's right.
So if you had to start with the milk like this, their tongue would get used to this, and they wouldn't know any other milk. So why don't we adopt to such lifestyle right from their infancy, rather than we do all these artificial ones, they grow, and then that is when we are trying to fish out and looking for solutions for them in relation to their health.
See, when you drink it, you feel some way, so refreshed, like
you know the funny
you're
thing,
not adding anything back to your life.
The funny thing is with dates alone, you know, I know quite a number of people that love to enjoy dates raw like that. My dad does it sometimes, but personally, when I taste it, I never liked it. But the mixture is that. This is so great.
I love it.
Okay, I think we are done with the segment.
Yes, I want to encourage.
Doc, thank you very much for coming today.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is Comfort.
You're welcome.
We're happy for your daughter.
Yes, God is good.
Should be a president in the future.
Amen.
Amen.
So continue taking care of her. Doc,
Yes,
God bless
sir.
you.
God bless you.
God bless you for coming this morning.
Yeah, bless you.
Yes, so viewers, we have ended. We have ended the Good Living segment right here on Prime Morning, and today's conversation has been on dietotherapy, the natural way of dieting, how you can incorporate natural things, things that you could never have thought of, that you could blend this and that to get you something healthy to consume.
Oh, Doc, how do people
Dr. Morrison, yes.
Where they can find you?
Okay, yes, I can give out a number. Most of the time, people call and complain that they don't get. So I'll plead that mostly you can do WhatsApp.
Okay.
We are able to, because sometimes we become a bit engaged in meetings and stuff that we are unable to answer calls regularly. Yes. So they can actually reach on 0548 78 5790. 0548 78 5790. All kinds of conditions by God's grace. We take the natural approach coupled with the dietary lifestyle reformations and stuff, and by God's grace they get well. Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. There's more coming up right here on the show. Right?
Oh, wait. Comfort, is there any last words, anything finally you want to share? Please do.
We just want to thank you for having us.
Thank you for sharing your daughter's story with us here on Prime Morning. And Dr. Maurice Mensah, thank you so much. Dr. Maurice Mensah is a naturopathic doctor, ND. Yes, that's right. And a beautiful Comfort here who shared her story.
I'm almost Comfort, so you are, I call her Connie. So,
yeah. Can we add ginger to this though?
No, it's preferably yes, if you want to, yes.
Okay.
It's good enough.
Yeah, if you want to.
Ginger.
Yes, I like it without ginger, yes.
I like things quite spicy, that's why.
Okay, right.
Okay, so viewers, this is where we end Good Living segments right here on Prime Morning. My name is Asiedua Akomia. He's KMJ. We have entertainment for you. And so, yes, don't tune out. We'll be right back.